Welcome to segment 21 of the DM Commentary. I'm Chris Perkins.
Regardless of what your negative is, when you're healed, you always assume that you were at 0 and go up from there. So you'd have 7.
When last we saw the party, Steel Diamond was lying face down on the floor with Sturges attached to his body.
The health check.
Okay, it's a heal.
Heal, I have a 1.
Ranrock will reach past the suckling Sturges and attempt to heal his friend.
Congratulations.
All right.
So you have 7.
And thanks to Ranrock, Steel Diamond is going to be back in the game.
Back up,
His
or
eye,
is he-
well, he's still prone on the ground with these things attached to him. But he's got his eyes. But he's in the positive, and his eyes are open
Just awake enough to...
to feel the blood being sucked out of his body.
Does that take away one of my surges, you said?
Nope. Okay. He spent the surge, but it did use your standard action, so you can't attack this round. You could move if you wanted to.
Can I mark an enemy?
Only one that you're attacking, so no.
So no.
Okay. So Ranrock saves Steel's life.
Ramrock beats paper.
Jaundice.
All right. Well, I'm very predictable.
You are 3 successes with 1 failure.
I will continue my arcanic.
Forget the bard, he'll be fine. Focus on the circle. There we go.
19.
Oh.
See, it's getting harder.
I made the Arcana DC for this skill challenge a hard DC.
I get a +1.
Deliberately.
Really wanting it.
Oh, right.
And that's a little brutal, a DC 20 check for a first level character to make consistently. But I sort of assumed that characters not skilled in Arcana could use other skills to aid Jaundice. Very much like Kainuk Sin tried to use history to give Jaundice a bonus on his next roll, although that didn't work out so well.
Do you have any of those?
There are many ways to effectively reduce the effective DCs, so I didn't feel like a big meanie.
But if I move over here...
And again, this was the big encounter of the adventure, so I was thinking when I was building it, okay, these dwarves have put this shield in this sarcophagus
He's in his square.
You could probably get
and set up all of these magical wards around it to protect it. Why would they cut corners and do a bad defensive mechanism? They'd want the best, or as good as they could possibly create. And so the high DC sort of represented that story-wise.
You can go through the cloud, but as you do...
Plus, I knew the consequences for failing the skill challenge were not going to prevent the characters from eventually getting the shield. It would just make their job a lot harder.
You totally can hit with your javelin.
So the high DCs seemed fair.
Could do that.
Well, the skeleton could just lean down and stab me in the head. So.
Okay, now, finally,
All right, you are in the cloud.
the clouds come into play.
As you swing, as you prepare
These
to swing your
cold
sword,
clouds
you
of
see it
mist
become
floating about the
ablaze
room.
with sort of this cold
And Kainuk
ice.
Sin channels the
Which is
power
good,
of cold
because
through his weapon attack
It does more damage, basically.
to try to destroy the last skeletal minion.
Power rushes through you.
8 plus... What do we do, a javelin? Plus 4, so 12.
Oh, no, you're doing your sword on him, because you're next to him.
Oh, all right, sorry.
So plus 7.
Right, okay.
So 15
Got it.
is exactly what you needed.
And he
All right,
destroys
because
the
he's a
last
minion,
skeletal
he
minion.
explodes, and you guys see sort of waves of cold energy erupt off of his shattered, bony body.
Now, I will admit that I kind of ripped myself off with the cold clouds idea. Last year, I was spending a good deal of my personal time updating the Against the Giants series to 4th edition, and I've pretty much completed that work at this point. But one of the things I added to the Glacial Rift of the Frost Giant Jarl, the second adventure in that series, were these cold mist clouds that in that adventure were described as kind of lingering remnants of the Prince of Elemental Cold, Cryonax, which many of you old school buffs will remember from your original 1st edition Fiend
Do you
Folio.
want me to heal you, or do you want me to kill one of these things?
That was a little tactical element I added to the Glacial Rift to make some of the encounters a little bit more dynamic and interesting.
I'm going to try to kill one of these enemies.
Build a statue in my honor.
So, I'll do Shield of Blades.
Okay. He could be your quarry too, so if you hit him, you deal extra damage.
Okay.
Shields of the
17.
goddess.
Hits.
And
So it's a D8 plus 4 plus another D6. Good luck.
9 plus 4 plus 6.
Or no, you have to roll the D6. In addition to that.
I have every intention of, at some point, making the against the Giants updates available in some manner or some fashion.
And Steel, you start your turn with 1 attached to you.
Okay. I'm sure I'll be fine.
Just 2 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
Steel Diamond is drained unconscious again.
What's going on? Oh, God.
Hey, where are we? Oh, yeah.
Still learn nothing.
Oh. You get to make another death save.
I failed my death save.
Okay, that's 2 strikes.
And he fails a death save
But I'm
again.
unconscious.
It doesn't matter. It's
doesn't
It's
matter?
per encounter. So
Okay, so 2. I'm fine, not really.
Doug learns that the strikes are cumulative within the encounter and is thinking to himself, this adventure really sucks.
Should I get the one off first? Probably, right?
Might as well.
I will swing my warhammer.
Nobody's checked out this cloud.
I was careful when I created the cold clouds on the map to make sure there was at least one for every character to stand in. Make sure every character had his own cloud.
Wow. So we've got no other excuses now.
you have no enemies to fight. All that you have confronting you is the Circle of Power. And of course,
Ranrock dispatches the last Sturge. So one could theoretically end the encounter here. However, there's still a skill challenge going on, and so
for the time being, so we come
I'm
to
keeping everybody in initiative.
All right, so this could be good or bad.
Come on, this is it. This is good. Feel it.
All righty.
If you triggered and something summoned,
It'll summon on top of you.
wouldn't it be great if I wasn't unconscious at the time?
I agree. I'll defer until after. I'll defer so someone can heal him.
would you like to do anything else? Go play with some gold or, you know.
Please don't.
Here's me.
Here I am trying to provoke the player again into doing something he doesn't want to do.
He's on his feet so that I can finish.
All right.
I don't want to take my concentration off this thing.
Okay. Kai Nuksin.
Jeez, there's so little to do.
Yeah, you killed everything.
Should I try another history to help?
Check the corpses.
That'd be great.
I'll help Dan again with another history.
All right, Kevin does the smart thing by trying to help the wizard. Skill challenge was designed for this.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
But his history check ain't all that.
From the nothing comes from the Goliath.
Stop talking to me. I'm trying to concentrate.
Kevin's not rolling particularly well in this encounter, all in all.
I want to try to heal Steel Diamond.
Well done.
So I have a heal of 0, and I have to get over a 10?
Yeah.
50-50 chance.
Maybe I'm not the best person to
Okay, there's a little bit of a rules fudge coming up here.
13.
Deliberate one on my part.
Another, whatever it's called, healing surge?
Sure.
And it happens when Tom, aka Bluebell, heals Steel Diamond. Because Steel Diamond has already spent his second win for this encounter. He spent it when Ranrock brought him back.
Considered the encounter. Can I use a
So Tom's heal shouldn't have worked in the way it did.
Point in
But
time, since
frankly,
there's no imminent jeopardy and you can basically hold off on your
the skill challenge was still going on,
constraints with the circle.
and there was a good chance that the characters would not succeed at it.
20 or any of that kind of thing?
And I didn't want Doug to be sitting on his hands for the rest of the session.
Healing surges as I want.
Yeah, you guys can essentially camp out.
I was more interested in keeping Steel Diamond with his 2 death saves in the game. One more death save, and
Which you have not.
that's it.
I mean, I've got
So you're
27.
Out of 33, though. So if you did spend one of these 12, this number would go down to 11, and you'd get.
So I call that a forgivable fudge.
We all
Yes,
You
you're
went to your
right.
sheet, wherever it
Okay,
is.
so you're actually at 11 now.
right.
So if you spend one more, 10, you'd get 8 hit points back.
Okay.
And that would put you up to full.
And that's the most we can do is 33.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
will put a javelin.
Just out of curiosity, is anybody out of healing surges?
I have 2 left.
All right.
I just used my last one.
Okay. We had 3 successes and 2 failures. The pressure is on.
All right.
Come on, Dan.
Yes.
And you can use your heal. You can use your what do you call it? History to help them.
First,
So make a history. Anybody can make a history check if they.
make history checks, because if we're going off this roll, I need your help. Otherwise, I'm 1 shy, because I rolled a 19.
You help. So that's plus
I got
2.
a 10 history.
20.
So it's,
You help. That's plus 4.
That's over 20.
I just got a 8.
No. So you get plus 4.
So it was 23.
That's a success.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, guys.